You had LAMBDA at Tel Aviv. LAMBDA, I really like the name. It's like laboratory of AI, machine learning, business and data analytics, which is like a really nice name, acronym. I love that acronym. So can you share some of the research areas with respect to real life industrial challenges, and what are some of the cutting edge topics that industry and academia collaborations can benefit?
So as the name, the acronym speaks for itself, we're looking for problems that involve AI and machine learning, but usually are related to real data and strong collaboration with industry. I think that we have more than 20 research projects going right now, most of them, the vast majority with collaboration. I can give you some examples. So one area that we are active in is human mobility patterns in smart cities. We learn human mobility patterns, of course, to better design the facilities of smart cities. But just as a note, we could use it very effectively to monitor how COVID-19 outbreak was affected by human mobility pattern and how to optimize lockdowns based on those learned patterns and on the supply chain needs and requirements that you could learn from real data. We have a large project with Stanford University, Professor Nick Bambo's team, around wireless area body network. Those networks composed from sensors that either people carry on themselves or in their bodies. And the main question there is how to balance the trade-off between the energy consumption of those sensors and the learning errors or learning rates of those sensors, and how to optimize the use of those networks in order to find patterns of certain diseases like diabetes, to find clusters of people that are affected in a similar way by the disease, how to find anomalies and so on. We are very active in explainable AI. We have a research, for example, that finds causality and correlation along large time series, multiple time series, whether economical or industrial ones, based on concept of information theory measures. We have a lot of work in people analytics or HR analytics, where we rely on 10 of millions of career paths that are now available. And this type of research can affect both the employees. So, for example, they can use those algorithms to plan their career path similarly as they use, Google Map when they want to reach a certain destination. And at the same time, it's also very beneficial for the organization as they learn how to, maintain diversity in their organization, how to reduce churn, how to promote the right people, and so on. And we have a lot of work in healthcare analytics. For example, a digital customer journey that now that a lot of services move to the online, or how you better schedule operations in those operations room based on specific patterns that you learn from both the physicians and those particular operations that are scheduled and so on. So there are countless areas that can use those algorithms and where huge amount of data can be actually applied to design a better system.
Wonderful, that's wonderful. So from your extensive experience in working on these kinds of collaborations with academia and industry, typically the algorithms and methods that we develop in the research settings or in academia are in a sandbox, and most of that comes from limited data sets that are available in academia. So do you think the industry has an upper hand in this space, and do you think academia can catch up to it, and what can be done in terms of improving that collaborations?
So first, one must say is that in this area, at least AI and machine learning, data science, the gap between the industry and the academic community is shrinking. First, many of our best students go to industry and are involved in cutting edge development, and they can definitely appreciate the work that you have in industry. And they would also tend to share more and more data, and this is what we see in our lab. And at the same time, I think that both parties understand better what is the sweet spot of each side. So it's true that in academia we won't develop the next feature of the product that needs to be released in the next quarter, and this will be left to the industry. But at the same time, our industrial partners can appreciate the fact that we work, with less constraint and more degrees of freedom, and look at problems that even if they are not relevant to the next quarter, would be relevant in the next year or so. And both parties learn how to take advantage of those different angles, and eventually, getting into a win-win situation, which is typically what you see in those collaborations.
Perfect. All right. Thank you very much, Irad. Thank you very much for your time. I'm sure the potential authors would really appreciate your perspective as a senior editor for the journal, and be excited to send the papers to us. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Pleasure, and we are looking forward to receive many good papers, and I look for new papers that will come and attract those frontiers line of data science that are so important to all of us.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you very much for everyone tuning in. Tune in for more interviews from more senior editors. All right. Thank you.